So I just got home from a new A24 film that I got to check out a little bit early that's known as If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which immediately intrigued me because of that name, but also because of the fact that it was getting some pretty good buzz from the earlier festival screenings that it played at earlier in the year. But full transparency, I hadn't really heard about it until a couple weeks back when I got the early invite to come and check this film out. And what I can start this off with quickly is that I do have a full review over on YouTube if you guys are interested in a little bit more detailed thoughts without any spoilers. But quick thoughts here as a short. I do think this is a film that has a lot to say. It's a film that has a lot to unpack. It's a heavy film. It's incredibly bleak and dark, oftentimes weirdly comedic as it sits in a dark comedy realm, but also has fantastic performances. You have Byrne as our main star here, playing a mother who's dealing with a very ill child, and the fact that their home just sustained serious water damage, and now they're in a motel. And over the course of the film, you're essentially watching this mother do everything and anything she can to try to keep her sanity, while also trying to be a good mom, but also finding her kind of failing herself, feeling like she's failing her daughter. And I think in a lot of ways, this is the kind of film that will be relatable to a lot of parents who have maybe dealt with a child who was ill, whether that child passed away or they're still going through it, or maybe that child recovered, and maybe that, pity that they felt on themselves, maybe the blame they felt on themselves throughout all of that, and the element of feeling like they were, not the best parents they possibly could be, but also maybe that draining element of it. And I think that in a lot of ways, what this film really captures is a dark, anxious tone that leaves you as an audience member just as drained by the end of the film as our main character is. It is very much a bleak film, and a lot of that is very much amplified by the cinematography that puts you right into Byrne's face for majority of the film. This isn't a film with a lot of wide shots. It's mostly really close-up shots, sometimes incredibly close-up to the face to really capture the performance. I think Byrne is incredible in this film, and I think the supporting cast alongside her, like A$AP Rocky and Conan O'Brien, are also really solid. But I do think this is a film that sometimes gets away from itself with its ideas. It is a film that is very bleak and definitely tackles the notion of being exhausted and drained through such a traumatic situation, and especially as a parent who maybe feels lonely and like they're only having to deal with it on their own while also trying to hold a job. But it is also a film that gets so crazy and ambiguous at times that I do think it kind of shoots itself in the foot. But I am curious to see what people's takeaway is on this one.